Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Paul here from Tribal Triathlete. I hope this video finds you fit, well and ready to race. We're coming right up to race season now here in the UK, and I'm sure wherever you are on the planet you're dabbling with a bit of racing and bits and pieces like that at the moment. And I just wanted to go through with you 3 top tapering tips for how to best prepare for your specific events, whatever that is. Now, tapering is an essential part of race performance, and Joe Friel, the kind of legendary tri coach, describes this as where freshness meets fitness. So that is, you've done the work, you're as fit as you could possibly be, but if you try to just keep training in the same way right up until your event, the likelihood is you won't be that fresh, especially if you follow like a traditional training program. So tapering allows you to increase your freshness so you start to feel more energetic, more vital before you come to race. Now, we have a slightly different approach to this at Tribal, and the reason is that we generally follow quite a minimalist kind of training program. So we try not to overcook ourselves at any time of the year, and that means that the drastic need to change your training when it comes to taper periods is slightly less. So when you take a minimalist approach, you might take slightly shorter time over your taper period, and actually your training can stay a little bit closer to what it is the rest of the year, because at no point through the year do we really want to be breaking ourselves down. Okay, we want permanent growth. We want you to be in that vital state as much as possible. Obviously there's times that you need to recover, but when you train with this minimalist approach we employ at Tribal, that's just slightly reduced a little bit because you're always on top of your freshness. Okay, so here's 3 tips I've got for you about your tapering, and these are quite standard traditional kind of approaches to how long you should take, and I definitely want you to start to think about increasing your freshness within these periods before your events. So first tip, for a long course triathlon, you need to be thinking about your tapering for the 3 weeks before. For a standard course, you need to be thinking about your tapering for 2 weeks before, and for a short course event, you need to be thinking about your tapering for 1 week before. And the idea is, again, that you take the volume down, keep the intensity, increase your freshness, and make sure you're staying on top of your fitness with that intensity. Second tip is to put your feet up. Take time every day to sit and do nothing. Now, there's a big but here, and the big but is, if you just sit and do nothing all day every day, it doesn't take long before you feel really lousy, really run down, really lethargic, and unable to get out and kind of really express yourself as you'd like to. So there's a big but here, and the but is that you remain physically active through the day. Now that's our kind of normal kind of guidelines are to try and get 10,000 steps in each day of slow moving, to kind of move around as much as you can. But always make sure you do take this kind of period. It might just be for an hour, it might be for 2 hours, but you're going to make sure you commit to putting your feet up at one point of the day when you wouldn't normally. But then the rest of the day you're going to remain very physically active, because that's when we feel best. And the last one is your hydration. And what I'm really keen for you to understand is, as much as race day hydration is essential, actually the things that you do in the 3, the 2 and the 1 week before the event are going to have the greatest impact on how you maintain your hydration come race day. So make sure you stay on top of your hydration in that period before, not allowing yourself to get dehydrated. Because if you come to race morning and you're dehydrated from the previous days, there's no catching up. One, you'll be throwing in so much water before you even start that you're going to feel uncomfortable on the start line. And secondly, it's going to be really hard for you to hold on to that water and use it efficiently. So in your last weeks before the event, definitely reduce down your caffeinated drinks. Make sure you're getting your daily quota of water in, and make sure you're adding the salt that's going to be really essential to you performing well and getting your cells at their most efficient. Okay, there's 3 top tapering tips. Hope they've helped. If you've got any questions, make sure you let me know below this video, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks a lot. See you soon.